Blessings, blessings. Sukurusunaya kiara sayanaya. Murukusia, beloveds, welcome, welcome, welcome. I think I am live. So I was guided this morning. I woke up with so much life force energy, so much energy of creation after the 3-3 portal. So today I'm going to talk actually about the energies of March, like a continuous update from my last live about March, and also talk a little bit about the initiations we're going through right now for us that have chosen a spiritual path, and also an activation in the end. Usually my teams, my guides come through and assist us with some codes that can assist us to kind of click into a higher remembrance of what we need right now. So very blessed as always to be here with you in the field. Turusutunaya kiara nakasatara nakurutusunuya kiara shia. So before I start, I just really want to open the space. So we ask beloved God and our family of light to anchor and harmonize the group field and clear any imbalances, any misqualified energies. Open all channels of light, and we ask for the highest of the highest of the highest to come through for each and every one of us in our here and now. And we ask for a full protection and connection by the eternal living light, shielding our 12D energy bodies. So, part of this update is actually about how we are gonna move into even higher, more profound energetic management of our everyday field. So this month is really an incredible month because it's all about spirituality. I mean, for most of us, it's all about spirituality, right? But it's really this month where we really benefit of the energies for our spiritual, like higher path. So I talked a lot about, we've done so much clearing, so much healing on so deep, profound levels. And there is this, point where if we start to dig too much too long and we think that this incarnation is all about, clearing the karma, before we know it, we're going to start to loop our energy downward, and it becomes this reversed life force energy spiral. But we are supposed to have an upward spiraling energy. And that upward spiraling energy can actually just be activated at this moment on Earth in union, in co-creation, in groups, in group fields. So that is also why I've been so deeply guided. You know, you got the information. I always get the information. I always follow guidance without knowing the details. And then afterwards, you start to see the puzzle pieces and you get them together and you see the why of the different messages that I have been coming through. And then you just get even more excited, and then you get even more in trust. You feel even more safe and protected, and you just keep moving on your spiritual path. That's the beauty of it. Of course, I know it's incredibly intense. At times I know, because I decided to be in the front line, as many of you also have said yes to. So yes, we said yes to intensity. So now it's about reclaiming that life force energy that has been spiraling downward. And if you look at the collective, I mean, the matrix don't want us to access our true level of energy. So we've been going through since we were a child, and when we were a child, we were still not, so affected. We hadn't the negative energies and the programs and the matrix plugged into our field. So we had that life force, we had that access. Like for me, I never wanted to go to sleep when I was a child, always having so much life force energy, still having a lot. But, that was taken away from us. They plugged in through different ways. I mean, it's also an ancestral cording that we hold on to, the struggle. We have many different implants, we have negative programs, there's so much running in our field that now is ready for us to really clear, because we can do it so fast now. Before, we needed to go into this deep space of really doing so much shadow work. But the awesome thing is that the vibration, the electromagnetic field on Earth is rising so massively, so fast, which really assists us to activate so much faster. So also for me, I was once seeing myself as a healer and really worked so much with the shadows, which I still do. It's part of the work, right? But now my team says, you're an activator. You're an activator, and many of you are also activators, because the field is like on the earthly electromagnetic field is so highly vibrating now that it assists us so fast into the remembrance. So that is why we now can clear very fast old limiting beliefs, negative programs, ancestral contracts, also, inserts in our holographic field of what we think has been the story of this planet, we think has been the story of our childhood. All of that is ready to be cleared, and it can happen really fast like this. And then the activation of the remembrance and retrieving, reclaiming, and commanding back all lost pieces of our life force energy it's time now to do that. I didn't really understand when my family of light said on Tuesday, the 7th of March, you're going to have this activation of the life force energy. And they took me through such an intense journey. The last 3 weeks I have been working and preparing my vessel to hold this space for all of you on Tuesday. And you really understand on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, what was taken away from us and what we can reclaim, command, and retrieve now. And that is also because at this moment, like after March, we are supposed to there's going to be a lot of events coming through this year, and we need our life force back. We need to remember energetically how it feels to have that energy back. So for you that haven't attended to my webinars, you know that my teams and my family of light wants us to raise the group field so much, because it gets so intense when we are like 400 people from all over the world really coming together with a strong commitment to activate the same kind of codes and template and energy. What the teams are going to do on Tuesday on that webinar is that they're really going to assist us into feeling, remembrance of the feeling. It's really like a strong activation physically, because you know how we've been trapped into reversed energies and looping into this ascension symptoms, which really opens negative portals and start the victim-victimizer program, the wounds of the childhood coming through, and also like so many spiraling downward energy starts. And now it's the time for us to remember, activate, record, re-record that remembrance inside of us, so we energetically remember how it feels to hold that high vibrational energy. So the work on Tuesday, that webinar, is so important, and the teams have said that that replay that you all will access, you will probably want to keep doing it each month throughout this year as an activation through each level of consciousness you access. So for each initiation you were taking yourself throughout this month, you will be able to redo the replay and the activation and reach new codes, new levels of consciousness, and new levels of remembrance. Because also, if it was easy just to activate it like this, then the whole planet will be activated, right? But it has to do with our light body. We need to be able to receive the activation also. Our nadis, our energetic system, like really need to be like really accessible, available, and ready and strong enough to access that strong energy. So that's why we also are all the time strengthening our light body, which makes it able to go higher into frequency. It's like training, right? It's being outside training for marathon. So you raise, your cardiovascular level all the time, but energetically. And then you can access more and more of these energies, frequencies. You access more and more of the higher consciousness level, which makes you very easily detach from the 3D lower energies, victim, victimizer, inner child, inner wound, and so on and so on. So, what is happening right now is massive. And I'm so happy that so many of you already assigned for the webinar. If you cannot join, you can always do the replay. If you cannot join at all, you can anyway just work with these energies during this month, okay? So it's really accessible for all of us. And also, like during March, we have this beautiful longing on a soul level to create our own space. Like really create our own space. And as I was channeling this, like yesterday actually, I'm like, wow, I'm moving on Monday. So me and my beloved are moving on Monday. We're moving outside the city. We're creating our new sacred space. It's not like I don't have my sacred space, but it's this deep longing to create a new sacred space. It's this longing to also create a new sacred space work-wise, which I also did last month in February. And we have this deep longing to create new sacred space with our friends and in communities. And that's also why my family of light insisted in creating this Facebook group, private Facebook group, that you're all welcome to join, the awakening, the soul tribe awakening, which also like really coming together, creating safe, sacred spaces where we can feel safe to keep exploring who we are, keep exploring and activating the remembrance of who we are, and clearing all those past lifetimes where we were persecuted, where we were tortured, where it was not safe to reclaim our life force energy and our full divine power. Because what happens after we have anchored our life force energy? Then it's time for the flame that most of us in our threefold flame are missing or can activate more, and that's divine power. Because power has been distorted for eons on this planet, and we're finally here to reclaim the divine, the godly aspects of power, not the distorted, not the dark power. So all of this is huge, guys. It's huge what is happening. And if if we don't allow ourselves to go into sacred union with ourselves, with our beloveds, with our children, rise above the dramas, the stories, the attachments. So also, all the deep spiritual work we've been doing is making us move to simplicity. We don't want to have things booked in our calendar. We want to work as little as possible. We want as little costs as possible, because simplicity creates that vibration of freedom, which also is kind of the foundation of the creative energy and life force energy to spiral upward and be expanded. If I'm fully booked, if I am have controlled my field, there's no space to expand. There's no space for the new codes, the new energies, the higher consciousness to reach and come into the field. So this is huge. And another beautiful thing that was channeled was like, you know, in the dark energies, in the matrix, the everything that has been going on there has been to support narcissistic behaviors. And guys, we've done so much work. So the most awesome thing, I think, if I need to pick one thing of this month, is that the really deep, pure clearing of any narcissistic behaviors have started now after the 3-3 portal on you levels, which means that our discernment has been so deeply activated that, like, for me, I don't need to explain a lot of things. You guys see the narcissistic behaviors, right? You know them. You are getting so high up in the consciousness level. You know what divine love is. You know what divine truth is. You know what divinity is in all levels. So I don't need to defend myself in any ways. You have that remembrance now. You know what to follow and what not to follow. And you know, guys, this is huge because all the narcissistic behaviors will disappear. From now, they will start to dissolve in social media where they really got anchored, because, you know, on so many levels we recognize that. We recognize the darkness in it. We see that there's not any soul really in it. So, and that's huge because when that starts to leave the field, it's almost like an open field for us to even ascend faster, and us protecting ourselves from those energies will become, you know, less. So we don't need to keep, you know, shielding, protecting, and kind of like working through a massive amount of contracts with that kind of energy. So that's also a very important, huge aspect of March. And also, another awesome thing is that all solutions will need to leave the field. So, I mean, oh my God, you know, I've come far in my life. If you would see it on a 3D level, I've succeeded so many times on so many levels. I also failed in so many levels. Or if you look at it on 3D level. So it's really time for us to leave old solutions, and I can find that myself really challenging, like to leave something that have really worked for me. You know, but now I'm starting to understand that that is too much leaking of an energy. It also holds me a little bit back into almost holding old identities, which is also don't serve me at all. So all behaviors will be very present, and you know how it works. They arise, they come straight into our face. It feels very uncomfortable. We dive deep, we meet the initiation, and then once it's cleared, we are free and we can set ourselves free. Then we are able to reach higher levels of consciousness and vibrate on higher frequencies. So that will be big this month. So you will see, like, whoa, okay, time for new solutions in this way of making money, of you know, feeding myself, feeding my body, staying energetic, you know, connecting with my friends. Everything is changing now. And also, this month is such a profound month of healing. Honestly, it already started for me the 1st of March. Like, and then when I got the message, I was like, yes, it's a month of healing because many aspects that we haven't been able to heal before are now ready to be healed. Aspects that we so deeply have wanted to heal, but it wasn't their time yet, are now gonna be healed. So just remember that. Remember that you will see parts of the deepest healing aspects that you have been longing to heal coming into healing, and that is really how you serve. You know, when those parts heal, the aspects that you know that you came here to heal, then the fun can start. And then you can vibrate the codes, the frequency, the unique blueprint of yours as your mission. Turro no kushana ratiana kurutushiana kiataranaishia. So yeah, let's open our energy bodies. So we expand our first 4 energy bodies in the auric field. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually connect. Feel the physical vibration. See if you can expand and rise your frequency just by your intention. Move to the emotional energy body, expand, connect. See if you're with your intention, your own divine free will, can activate, expand, and connect more to your emotional energy body. Move to the mental energy body, the third sphere. Feel, sense, expand, intent, and notice your divine power. When you set focus. Expand the fourth, the spiritual energy body. Now from that field, move into your heart vibration. Feel and sense your own vibration, your own frequency. Move down to the solar plexus. Feel the vibration, the unique frequency of your solar plexus. Trust, believe that you now are connecting to your unique vibration of your solar plexus. Move down to your sacral chakra. The teams move in. The sun flares now that has been so intense in the electromagnetic field of this planet. So you can connect to all these sun flares, all these sun storms, all these particles, the beautiful, incredible particles, the high vibrating sun particles that are floating in the electromagnetic field of this planet. So it's like you are allowing them to come closer. You're opening your energy field to receive them. And we ask our family of light to assist in strengthening our energy body. So all of these sun flares can at this moment, as we command these sun flares to move into the most beneficial codes in our blueprint and activate them in the highest of the highest of the highest right now, activating, assisting more life force energy to be activated now. If you want to receive this, say yes and move into receiving. Don't be scared if the body starts to vibrate, because this is how powerful you are. No more dimming of your power, your life force. Okay, beautiful. This vibration, this work, this activation can be developed to so many levels. So now just contract, allow this to be recorded into your field, recorded into your heart, grounded into Mother Earth, as we ask for all of this to be sealed and to be integrated in the highest for every one of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so be it, so be it. It is done. Breathe, beloved ones, and come back. So this was so beautiful. It felt like a portal opening for the work that will happen on Tuesday. I will put the link in for you that wants to join. Otherwise, know that you're always with us. I love you, I honor you, I adore you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah. Blessings.